Sup y'all, it's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today I wanted to show you guys what everybody's been asking about, what everybody's been looking to see, the Pet Battle Dungeon that's coming in patch 7.2. Now, I had a chance to do this on the PTR servers. It was a pretty good amount of fun. I thought it was entertaining, engaging, but I do want you guys to keep this in mind as we're going through the video, is that this is an alpha, the first stage of the dungeon. I fully expect that it's going to change in a pretty big way for a number of reasons. Now, if you want to test this out yourself, make sure that you cage the pets that you have on live, transfer the character over that you have all the caged pets on, also transfer over pet charms so you can level one pet up all the way to 25, so you can learn the other pets that you're caged that were 25, and once you have one level 25 pet, you're going to be able to talk to Leo the Lioness here in the Magical Menagerie. That's the whole little pet battle building inside the new Dollar Inn. And again, all you need is one level 25 pet, I believe, in order to start this, and she's going to give you a quest that's going to take you over to the Wailing Caverns, and that's all the way over in Kalimdor. I also really like how this integrates a lot of old content in the game into new content and blends the two of them together. You guys can see right there in Northern Barrens, that's where I need to go. Now, at the current time, right now, this whole dungeon is doable with Zandalari ankle biters. Or I think it's actually ankle renders, okay? And they pretty much solo all of the bosses in here, all of the pets in here. You just bring in 3 of those, and it's going to be no big deal. But one of the differences here between, and you just talk to her obviously, and she's going to queue you up, and it's actually inside the Skull Cave, the Skull Rock that Wailing Caverns, it's like the entrance into Wailing Caverns. One of the big differences here, and that's the big reward, by the way, also that you get out of this, is that you're able to get one of the the epic level 25 stones. So you use that stone on a pet and it levels it all the way up to level 25. And the difference really that we're seeing here between this dungeon and the Celestial Tournament, right, back in the Timeless Isle, is that this dungeon you are actually able to heal your pets up throughout the different fights. It's not like you're locked to only having certain pets for certain fights, and also there's only a 1 pet requirement instead of a 15 pet requirement. So as soon as you zone in, you see a number of different little sparkly pets, and you've got to fight each one of these, and basically there isn't really a lot of differences between the different ones in here, and I think that's also going to change. The main thing here is that all of these pets take like half damage, right? They all have the elite buff, even though they're just white pets, and you're not able to tame them or anything like that. I'm fairly certain. I think I tried to and it didn't work. So again, guys, this is not really going to be that difficult, and I think that anybody who knows really anything about pet battling or just has 3 Zandalari ankle renders is going to have no problem whatsoever. So here we go. Here's one of the Deviate Small Claws, and they do take minimal damage, and some of these are actually kind of hard to do. I feel like the difference in difficulty between these 3 pets, there's basically the crocodile and the bird and then the raptor. The raptor is way more difficult to kill than the other ones, just because of the fact that it just seems to do a lot more damage, and everything else. I think it's much more dangerous. But honestly, guys, as I said before, if you just have the ankle renders, I soloed this entire dungeon with 3 of those, and I actually submitted that feedback to one of the designers that asked for feedback and solicited feedback about this, and so I would fully kind of expect things to change that will kind of disrupt the Black Claw hunting party, like the speed attack at the last second combo, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, so after you kill all 3 of the baseline pets that you get on the first stage, this is actually kind of a lengthy process. Then what you're going to do, besides get an invite to a fucking guild in the PTR, but also you're going to have to fight this guy, the Son of Skirm, and these are like also the bosses that are in Wailing Caverns. Skirm is one of the bosses in Wailing Caverns. And so, we're going to mix it up a little bit, and we're going to use the Zandalari ankle render. And as usual, he's going to pretty much clear the whole thing out. I think that one way to make the ankle renders a little bit less powerful would be to give the maybe the serpents and also the cleft hoof, not cleft hoof. What are these things? Like, they're not cleft hoofs. I think they're just like storm. I don't know, like storm dinosaurs or whatever. I can't remember like what they're called in Warcraft 3. The storm monsters give them a stronger stone shield so they can negate that type of damage. Now, after you kill him, you're going to have to kill 3 different sets of these serpents here. And again, the serpents are really not that hard to deal with either. There are no fights in here except for the last fight that I would say would give anybody, if you have a what's like a way to put this, like an inventory or an amount of pets, I would say at least like 20 pets that are level 25. I think that you're probably going to find some sort of combo that's going to be able to clear out this whole dungeon without really much trouble. And as you guys can see here, the Xandor Ankle Render is very, very easily able to solo even the other pets. But these other pets, one thing that I did have criticism for here is that all of the pets, it feels like very repetitive and redundant to have to kill more deviate chompers and more deviate, like the white quality pets that fight you with like that are also accompanying the other ones, right? So with the serpents, you have to fight other things, and after you kill all 3 of the smaller serpents, you have to fight the bigger serpent, which really wasn't too big of a deal either. So after you kill him, you have to kill 2 of these little ectoplasms, and those are basically just other blobs that, again, you just kill in one try. Now, I know a lot of people, I want to say this right now, I know a lot of people hate pet battles. They think that pet battles take content away from the game. But coming as somebody who is, I love to complain, everybody knows that. But at the same time, I don't really see anything wrong with pet battles, okay? And I know a lot of people might be flipping out and, like upset that I'm saying that, but I don't really think that there's anything wrong with it. And giving people just this little bit of content where you're going through an already created zone with pretty much pre-created pets that are more or less repetitive, and just giving people like this something else extra to do, I think it's more or less harmless. And I think that pet battles for me have always been something that I can do whenever I'm really just kind of bored and I want to kind of play maybe something else, but I don't really want to play another game. And I can do something like pet battles, and it kind of takes the whole it's kind of like a completely different mini game, and I don't really think that there's anything wrong with having mini games, at least. So that's like my little my little soapbox for pet battles here while we go through some of the other little fights. I don't really think they're that bad. It's not like they're canceling raid tiers to make pet battle dungeons. I hope. So anyway, after you kill both of the ectoplasms, you come up here to the top, and this is where the last boss is. And you have that's the end boss right there. That little basically the mini version of Verdun the Everliving. And you go over here, and I was a little bit confused as to what's supposed to happen here. And there's a shadowy figure you have to walk up to. And I don't really know what this is supposed to be. Is this supposed to be like your arch nemesis and like some sort of pet battle, I don't know, like campaign that you're going to be going on throughout Legion? I hope so. That would be pretty fucking goofy and funny, but we'll see what happens. And, there's a little bit of RP and, goofy shit that he says, and then you're going to be able to actually have to kill the last pet. But, so guys, I feel like this is a really good piece of content. It's something extra for people to do. It takes a good amount of time, and it has a relatively compelling reward. Usually a level 25 pet compared to a level 1 pet of the same version is about 1,000 gold more, give or take. And so, because of that, I feel like whenever you only have, this only takes like maybe a half hour or 20 minutes. I don't know how often you can do this. I'm not sure yet. I don't think they do either. They're not even sure how long you're going to be able to do it. I feel like this is an extra little bit of content for people to do to farm out a little bit of gold if they don't just want to kill, old raid bosses or, farm herbs or something like that. So here's the last boss. Here's the Budding Everlasting Spore, and as you can see, he's an elite pet. And it's not going to matter. I'm just going to do the same thing I always do. But he is an elite pet, and he doesn't really have any crazy abilities. The most dangerous thing that this guy does is he does a lot of damage to your backline pets. So you almost have to kill him with one pet, or basically kill him with other pets that are very, very good at avoiding damage or not taking damage throughout the fight. And as you can see, just doing my combo on him pretty much took him all the way down, minus just a little bit more. And he did that Dreadful Breath, which is, again, like a lot of damage, but I think if you use the pet with Sandstorm, if they do nerf the Ankle Render, I feel like it really shouldn't be too hard, especially if you combine that with pets that are actually resistant to dreadful breath. So anyway, guys, there's myself killing the last guy with one pet. Again, it's really not that difficult, and this is version 1, so we can fully expect to see a lot of things change. Anyway, guys, whenever this was first announced, I know a lot of people flipped their shit, and I thought it was going to be pretty interesting, and it turned out that it was. So I enjoyed doing this. I thought it was a good time, and I know a lot of other people have been curious about this. So again, if you want to test this out on a PTR, you have to have a level 25 pet on live, cage that level 25 pet, transfer over the character with the cage in the inventory, or the cages for a number of different pets. Resandor Anchor Enders, trust me. And then you just have to use Pet Battle Charms to buy the Flawless Stone to level up another pet 225 to level 1 on beta, and then you're able to learn all of the other pets. And this is another little thing I want to show you guys before I end the video. Whenever you target something now in the game, you can actually, your character actually looks at it, and I thought that was just a little interesting touch, and I think it's awesome. So I'm looking at my little dangerous beast right there. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I definitely enjoyed doing it. And again, guys, it's pet battles. Don't take it too seriously. But it's a fun little thing to do. Anyway, thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe.